Good evening, teacher, and good evening, everyone. So I am the third presenter to this Skype or talk about the connection with real life in chapter 10. So now I am going to select some situation that can be connected. So first, I am going to talk about the disadvantages of natural disaster. So as everyone read the book that in chapter 10, this is the time that the monsoon was coming. It's very hard, the really hard life, both in Toul and Bombay, especially to Harry himself that he, cannot sleep or it's very hard that he was sleep in the room in the eating house. And another thing is at that time, the water is coming from the river and flooded all over the road. And especially the student and the worker cannot go on to do their work. And another thing we can see and tour that the people there, especially the fishermen, cannot go out since, in the sea, there are a big whale that they cannot go out to fish anymore. So for this one, I can connect the situation there with our real life that we have encountered. So actually, I got this one from the picture here, the real life from our Cambodian uh, uh, that occur with the storm that is very uh, a bad storm that happened in our country, and especially in total of 35 houses were damaged, and we have also the people have missing that we cannot find. So this is another factor or another thing that can be happen in our real in our country especially. So I can move on to talk about the number two here, and for this one, I will talk about the price cost higher when more demand needs. So actually, I described to the Jago house in the Mumbai. So at that time when Jago seen Harry ended back, maybe he was ill at that time. So Jago invited him to his house. So especially in the statement or in the book described, and the first uh, Harry think of or expected to see maybe Jago live in maybe a house that can be comfortable house, but end up Jago live in the slum that is very uh, rusty and it is like a block of house that can be really uh, in a slum. So for this one, uh, and mentioned in the book as well that in Bombay, so because the worker or most people move to find work in Bombay, so for people that have a lot of money, they will live in the slum or they can find only the house with the small price to live. So in this statement also mentioned about the you know uh, in Mumbai, even the small flat costs very highly. So I can connect with the real life. And if we move to live in Phnom Penh, it's very the crowded place when people also move to that. And for if you don't have much money, you will find the rent house with the smallest money. So this is a thing that I connected from the story, especially if we, because of the amount of people living in it. So there's something that sell in Cambodia or in Phnom Penh very, very cost as well. It's very cost highly as well. And for third one, I talk about the gender rules. So first I talk in a strategy. Actually, when Harry arrived in Jago house at that time when he met his wife, uh, and then uh, Jago talked to his wife that please bring 2 bowls of rice because he had a friend to come here too. And eventually, actually, the wives will respond back by, we don't have enough to feed our own. So how can you why or how can you bring another one too? So and end up, the jackal was angry with his wife and then said that he will go out to drink, you know, in the shop. Right. So this is, I think, I can connect with the real life that, uh, and I can talk more about the Jacque's wife, and then she said that please go to kill yourself in the shop, and after that I will move or to the countryside to die there, right, with the children. So this is I can connect with our real life that the woman at that time is very depend on the man or the husband, because the husband is the one who earn the money. But actually, and real time now, the woman also can the work can do or work, especially in the official work as well. So it's very present in real life that woman and man or husband and wife. Another thing is man is very powerful at that time, and the story or they can get got outside when they're stressed with the house. But eventually, and the time now for the real time now, people are not doing that anymore. So when they have the problem, they sit together and find the problem. So this is the thing that I connected in from story and real life. So I can move to talking about the people understand when they are in one situation. So after Jaco went to the shop to train the toddy, so the voice, murmur, talk to herself. All right. And after that, uh, Harry also spoke to Jaco's wife that his father also went to train the toddy every night. So this is the thing that Harry uh, said that he never talked about this issue with other people, but after seeing that Jacques wife, he openly talked with with this woman. So I can get to the point to the to the real situation that the people can openly to talk one or something when we are in one situation. Like we are the poor people, they can understand each other when they see another one that was poor. So this is the thing that I can connect it, because Jacques wife and Harry stay in the same situation so that they are openly to talk to one another. Same, right? So yeah, this is the thing that I connected in the story and with the real time right now. So the people will go to talk to one another since they have the same interest or the same story. This is the thing that the people become closer and closer. Another thing I will talk about the people can take a risk to feed themselves. So this is go back to the situation in Tour that because of the monsoons coming, so the fishermen or the why or the people there need to stay inside the house. But 3 months that they never went out to fish. So actually, look back, he or they don't have the or don't have the food to eat. Right, so the food they stock is fewer and fewer. So for the fisherman decide that if he stay inside, maybe he have to die because of don't have the food to eat. But so that's why he or they decide to went out to fish, decide to go out to fish. So and I can tag with the real life that actually for our real life that the people saying this is a COVID-19 situation, but the people, some people, we ask all those people to stay inside the house. But for the poor people, they cannot stay inside the house for a long time. So they take risk to go out to farm or to do their work in order to get the money to support the family. So this is a situation that we can connect it. Even though outside it is dangerous, but we still, go out to do the work enough to support or feed ourselves. So, and number 7, so we should consider to someone's ID before doing something. So this is for when they decide to go out to fish. So be sure stand all right in the creek and then say to them, "Oh, come back. Your boats aren't built for this weather." So they seem to warn that this is a dangerous situation. You cannot go out to fish. All right. But I know they didn't listen and then try to, like, they seem that that's okay. They can go out without caring anything. So, and I can connect with the real life that for the situation with the COVID-19, since the government asks the people to wear the mask or to stay at home. So the people need to follow 3 do or 3 protects. All right, so that we can be safe together. And if we don't follow those, all right, those like things, so we can end up to be affected, like same like the story for uh, here that they didn't listen to Bijou, and for the result they was wrong. All right. And next one, this is I gonna talk about some useful idea can be applicable in real life. So I will talk about 4 things that can be, yeah, useful for us for now, that I can get from our story can be useful. So first one, I have to talk. First one is have a problem solved together. So this is if, especially with the family. So if the husband had something can be not really good thing, so don't go out, right? Because if you go out, you cannot solve the problem. So if you have the problem, find a solution and solve together, right? This is the thing. And number 2, listen to other before doing something, because everyone you have to do one thing, you have to consider a lot, right? Because you don't want to the bad result coming out, so that you have to listen to someone idea carefully, so that you don't regret after doing that thing. And number 3, don't play in dangerous place. So actually, in a story that the monsoon is very dangerous weather. So, and especially with the situation right now, if we see that there is a rain, so that we have to get outside to find some place that can be safe, right? And the last one, don't try to make fun of someone idea. So this is the thing that I can got from the story that for the factory watchman, they end up that because of Bijou have, the fishermen are from the sea. So, because of the Bijou, he got the diesel boat, right? So that can have, so the boat can have the man from trolling. So this is a scene, because the watchman before, used to mimic or make fun of Bijou's boat, but now we see that, yeah, Bijou's is a man that can be a good man, and he used the boat to have the other. Yeah, this is the thing that we cannot make fun of someone, right? So that's all for my, talking about the connection with study touch and real life. And thank you so much. That's all from our presenter in group 3, and see you another presentation. Thank you.